Let's just see if there's anything missing. Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Hey, welcome back to Sambo's Place. We're outside today, not on the deck, and we're bringing you a brand new product. And it's shrouded in a little bit of mystery because it's been around for a few years, but it's very difficult to find out any information about the company. Now, the company used to be called Titan Great Outdoors, and they're from Memphis, Tennessee. They're now Ash and Ember, and they produce and sell a lot of outdoor products. And some of the stuff is really, really cool, including this Santa Maria live fire Argentine grill that we're going to be taking a closer look at today. Before we get into that, I just want to mention a couple things. I've always wanted one of these grills, but I could never even come close to affording one. I mean, when you look at Santa Maria grills, they're pretty large, and they're typically upwards of close to $2,000 to $4,000, depending on what kind of material they're made. Some of the stainless steel ones are way up there. So as I'm going through my Facebook feed in the middle of May, I get this advertisement from Ash and Ember, and this grill is on sale. Now, I gotta tell you right now, this grill retails right now for $1,200, and I got it with 40% off in the middle of May. So delivered, this thing was less than $900. That's $300 less than what my Weber Searwood was. And this is over the flames, baby. This is live fire, this is wood fire, this is coal fired, this is whatever you want it to be. We're gonna take a look at this 320-pound commercial grade cooker that you should be taking a look at too if you are even remotely interested in getting into cooking over the flames. Let's go into the garage and check this out. I just wanna share with you all that this is a Titan grill made by Titan Grills, and it is sold exclusively through the company Ash and Ember. I've already taken off the preliminary packing material, and you can see it's packaged up pretty darn well. Well, after you open it up, we have our typical enclosure here with our bubble wrap and styrofoam. We got our hardware right on top. We got a really nice little envelope here with a thank you card from Ash and Ember, little sticker, and some really nice activation code informations about the warranty. So that was nice. Came in a nice little thank you envelope right there. As I start to unpack this, I start to become very familiar with just how robust and substantial this grill is. In fact, I took two pieces of the frame down to my wife's machine shop just now, and look at the size of that wheel. Look at that. The packing on this is excellent. I took two pieces of the frame down to my wife's machine shop, and I put it on the gauge, and this grill is made of 10 gauge steel. I want you to take a look at these wheels because these wheels are commercial grade. I mean, these are some serious heavy duty wheels. I mean, look at the size of this wheel. That is hardened rubber. And these things have got to weigh somewhere around 8 to 10 pounds a piece. They are substantial. After we got the box of parts out with the wheels, looks like we have some handles and some other brackets in here. But there is the fire brick cook box, and this is the Major League player. There is no way I am lifting this cook box out of this box by myself. I have never owned something this substantial. This is definitely commercial grade. There's no doubt in my mind. And it's right up there with the Pits and Spits, the Lone Star grills, the Yoders. I mean, this thing is heavy and built heavy. Once we drop the box, there's your cook box. Boy, is it a thing of beauty. So here we are in the process. They call this the toaster oven. I call it the cook box, but it's now on top of the cart. It's not bolted in yet. But in order for my wife and I to be able to install this on the cart, the upper bracket that holds all the fire brick in place and the heavy duty 10 gauge charcoal grate that's on the bottom had to be removed. All that weight had to come out because this toaster oven, or cook box as they call it, weighed well over 100 pounds. Now, in talking with my wife, who owns a machine shop and knows her business very well, in fact, she quotes material, she buys material, she orders material, she works on quotes that come in for parts to be machined. In looking at this from Titan grills, made out of 10 gauge steel, and just about everything that this grill is made out of 10 gauge steel. Even the ash pans are 18 gauge steel. They are heavy duty. That cast aluminum wheel back there, the pawl for the ratchet, it's remarkable just how well robust this grill is made. And in talking with my wife and stating that even if Titan Grills is ordering material in bulk, she's figuring that at 10 gauge steel, it's probably about $300 for material for this grill alone. And then you have laser cutting for the front doors. You have laser cutting for the vents. She feels that this was probably robotically welded together, looking at all the welds. Even with a robotic welder set up and all of this material and all of the parts, my wife is figuring that this grill costs in the neighborhood, even with the robotic welding, even with all of the assembly probably automated. Looking at these wheels, and she's ordered smaller wheels similar to this for drum caddies at her plant. She said the smaller wheels with the locking casters are almost $30 a piece. So you're looking at about $100 in wheels on this cart alone. And then all the hardware that comes with it, the handles that come with it. She's figuring this grill has to cost in the neighborhood or north of $800 to produce, even on a mass scale. So when this grill was purchased, I got it 40% off from Ash Ember, and I paid slightly over $800 for this grill. So what a screaming bargain deal. Even at $12.99, which is what they sit for retail right now, this is still a pretty darn good deal for a 320-pound, 24-inch Santa Maria Argentine grill. So here we are with the next step completed. The coal grate is in place along with the fire brick and the top bracket. The ventilation doors are installed with the heat coil handles, or the spring handles as they call them, onto the toaster oven or the cook box. We're gonna assemble the top part of this right now. And one other thing I wanna share with you, while my wife was walking by and I was putting this together, she said, she goes, I forgot about 2 other costs involved with this. She goes, that's powder coating. She goes, they probably got a deal on all these pieces somewhere around $100 to powder coat them. And then she said, you have shipping. And with today's shipping charges the way they are, she said they probably have a deal on shipping too, but it was no less than $100. So there's another $200 onto the approximate $800 in material and welding labor costs for this. And then you're not even talking about packaging this thing yet and the cost of packaging it. So to be able to get this for a little north of $800 from Ash Ember, what a steal. And even at $12.99, What a heck of a deal. I don't know how Ash and Ember were selling these for Titan grills for a little over $800 a month ago. I mean, the welds are substantial on this. The hardware, I mean, you could see just by the size of my finger, the hardware that's used on this grill. I mean, this thing, look at those welds, the beautiful seagull poop. I mean, this thing is really, really built well. Assembly is all wrapped up. Everything went together perfectly on this. Not a hitch, not a glitch. It operates very smoothly. For those of you who have never really fiddled around with an Argentine grill, this is my first time. You just set it like that. Your firebox is well open. You have 2 air vents on each side, and your firebox opens up like this so that you can tend your fire. You have 2 ash pans right below, and they remove to easily get rid of the ash. I got to tell you, I'm super impressed on this. I truly am. And I sweat through about 3 different shirts here. It's real humid here today, so if you're a Camaro guy, I apologize. I'm a Mustang guy. Or if you're a Challenger guy or a Mopar guy, I apologize. I'm a Mustang guy. But having said that, I'm gonna do a burn-in on this. There's a lot of cosmoline on these V-grates. We're gonna burn that off. And tonight, I think we're gonna do some chicken on this. So maybe a follow-up video with some crispy chicken on this. Hey, listen, thanks for checking into Sambo's Place. Any questions, any comments, anything. So this is a whole new set of muscle memory challenges. Getting to know this grill, getting to be successful with it on its cooks. Come for a ride with me. Watch me do some cooks on it. Maybe you'll be interested enough to buy one of these. I can't say enough about the construction of this. I hope it cooks as well as it's built. Thanks for checking into Sambo's Place. Sambo out.